You can see that a lot of the information that you filled out on that borrower information screen is going to flow over to your other pages of the application. So now you would just need to go through your application and fill in the other areas and or add liabilities and match REOs. So that's what we're going to be doing here. You can see that top 1A personal information has come over from that beginning page. So all you would need to do is add any alternative names. If they've had credit under any other name, you could add that. And then you would enter the marital status. Let me scroll down so you can see all of those. If you select the unmarried status, the unmarried addendum box below will ungray and allow you to answer this question. So if they are unmarried and somebody has property rights, then you can answer yes or no to this one. If you do answer yes, it is going to open up the box below that and allow you to designate the type of relationship and the state. You can see below we have our current address that we filled in from the previous page. You would then fill in the amount of rent if that was here. And then below that you have the ability to add in any former addresses. So if they were less than 2 years at a property, you could just click the add button and this screen would pop up and allow you to add in their previous address. Below that we have the mailing address. If the mailing address is the same as the current, you do have a checkbox to make that easier. It will then flow over. If it is not the same, then that gives you the opportunity to enter that in. The language preference drop down here, this is where you can select the borrower's preference of their language. Once you select this, it is not going to change any of the loan application into a different language. This will just note it, and this will then print out on the SCIF form. Underneath that, we have 1B, which is our employment and income area. So you'll want to fill in the employer. I'm going to fill in this is a job, and then you can fill in the address. You do want to make sure up at the top, the employment status, that you have at least one company that is current and checked for primary. This will be important if you are running Fannie or Freddie inside of Point. If you hadn't checked this, you would get an error. So once you've filled in the employment information, down below there is a chart that says income type, and there's a new button right above that. If you click that new button, this is going to allow us to enter the type of income that they get at this job. So we have a drop down. You can select the type of income that they get. Maybe they have a base, and you can enter their monthly income here. Now, if they tell you they make X amount of dollars per year, you can also do that in the system here. You can select yearly and type in the amount. When you hit calculate, it will then put in the actual monthly income for you. You can also add more income to this job. I'm going to click Save and New. So if they also, on top of the base, they also earn a bonus, I could select that for this job as well and put that in to add it as well to the income. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit. You can see the check boxes underneath the income. There are some check boxes that you can have for self-employed or seasonal or foreign income. If they do have a self-employed or business owner, you can select the business owner self-employed and then select the percentage of the company that they own. And finally, the last section on section 1 is the other income from other sources. This is the same format as the others where it's got the add button above the box. You'll click that and it gives you a drop down with options. So if you do have alimony, child support, pension, Social Security, you can add that into this area. Now we're finished with section 1. You can either navigate the rest of the way through the application using the forms list on the left side, or if you'll notice at the very bottom of the screen, we now have gray buttons that are also the same sections in the application. So we can go either way to the next section. If you have any questions, please reach out to our dedicated customer service at 1-800-342-2599.